Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Union Pacific Railroad Evanston subdivision in HO Scale. My name is Daryl Cruz, owner and builder of the layout, and your host for episode 34 of season 2024. It's been a couple weeks since my last update because I was out of town in Evanston checking out some prototype trains and taking some drone pictures for the backdrops on my layout. Now, this is not Evanston here, this is actually Nelson, Illinois, because it was coming through northern Illinois 2 days ago. This is on September 6th. More of that later. I did get myself out to Evanston, and now we are miles across the country in Wyoming on the Evanston sub. You may recognize this from the layout. This is kind of the 1.7% grade. So I had a chance to take my drone out there and take some pictures and some video from my drone and just had a great time. Hey everyone. No, I'm not in my layout room. I instead am in Wyoming, and if you look at the background, you might be able to figure out that I'm actually at a facility called Westvaco. I'm going to try and get some drone footage here, see if I can get something of the facility in the background. We'll see how it goes. I'm set up here. This is my rental car, and I have my drone here ready to go. I'm going to set it up and then see if I can get some aerial shots of this facility in the background that I'm going to use for my background near the Westvaco plant on the layout. We'll see how it goes. So here's some of the pictures. This is actually video for the drone coming back down. I had just gone up and taken some pictures, trying to get some at about 30 meters, some at about 20 meters, different heights. Westvaco is on the second level, so I didn't really want it to be super high. There you go, down to the ground. It was a lot of fun. I did have a great time tooling around Evanston and Wyoming and Utah, and here's another video that I took. This is at Devil's Slide. This is also going to be on the layout, and if you look closely down in the background, you can see Devil's Slide formation going up the hill, kind of in the center right of the screen there. And there you have the siding coming that goes to Wholesome Cement across a bridge. Now if you notice, it's pretty bumpy in the canyon there. The wind was pretty stiff. Here's a video that I took at the Taggart Tunnels. There you can see there is a interstate that goes right by that area. You can see the mountains, of course. And here I'm coming back down again. Slowly. Here's my rental car, Jeep Wagoneer. I did not order that. I ordered just a regular SUV and got upgraded. All right, here's another one. Now this video was taken near the Ultimate Aspen Tunnels. Going up is a lot faster than coming down. Now, it was not quite so windy here because I was not in the canyon. So you can see it's a lot smoother. So probably will replace some of the backdrops around the Aspen Tunnel on my layout because these are the actual mountains near there. I didn't get out to them. It's on private property.
I went on the road as far as I could until it said private property, and actually when I got closer to them, did not have quite the a good view of some mountains that would be pretty good for the layout. That's Highway 150, I think, right there. When I was up at this height, by the way, you can kind of see every once in a while some birds going by. I had some swallows coming by the drone and checking it out. I don't think they knew exactly what it was, but they don't like anything large and flying around where their nest might be. Now I took more than videos. In just a bit I'll show you a lot of the pictures that I took. Now the up and down like that's like going forward and then stopping. When you go forward you lean forward and then the view goes up. So it is definitely a little different. Here I am looking at myself as I come down. I have to say I had a blast going out there. I saw tons and tons of trains. When I was going to the Evanston sub, driving across Wyoming, I saw about 12 trains just on the tracks near the highway. And then while I was actually on the Evanston sub, I saw about 15 trains. And some of them I saw multiple times. Now here's some of the pictures that I took. These are the pictures at West Vaco. So I'm going to put this on the backdrop. So there'll be facilities on the backdrop on the other side of the tracks, and then of course there'll be the facilities that will be on the layout itself. So it should look pretty cool. Now in the way distance you can see there's some railroad cars, so I'll probably try to not include that part of it. And there was some more to West Vaco that I didn't really get close enough to get a picture of. Now, this is at the Evanston itself, and I really wanted to get some pictures of this roundhouse. I have a picture of the roundhouse on the backdrop as it is, but I took it at ground level, and you can't see the roof at all on the picture that I have right now on the layout. So I wanted to get this, some pictures here where you had the looking down at it a little bit. Here's some pictures of Evanston itself, some of the housing on the other side of the tracks. So I may use some of this around Evanston. Now I already have backdrops up there that look pretty good, but I may replace some of it. We'll probably replace the roundhouse picture to be in a better perspective, and I might get some of this in there also, which is a little bit better. There's some parts of the backdrop that I have now that don't look quite right. It's a little bit too big for the area. So now here's some pictures. This is going to be the river at going to be used at the river at Wholesome Cement, and this is the actual river that goes by. I actually got onto the parking lot for the rafting. It was private property, but nobody was around, so I went ahead and took some pictures. This was a time where I kind of actually got the drone, was kind of as daring as possible. Usually I just went straight up with the drone and then straight back down. This time I kind of actually went out over the river a little bit. Now this is up at the Wholesome facility. I wanted to get a picture of these mountains back behind it because you could not do that from street view at all. Now here you can actually see the facilities. I might do the same thing, having these facilities on the layout. This is a little too close to the facilities. But I definitely wanted to get that mountain that's back behind there. All right, here's some pictures I took at the Taggart Tunnels. These did not turn out too well because I had the sun in the background. So I had to come back on a different day when the sun was on the and back of me rather than in front of me. This is and then here we have pictures of Morgan. So I think I might use this for the underpass or overpass. Here's some more of the Taggart. You can really see the the glare. I tried to remove the glare a little bit, but just was pretty helpless, or hopeless, I should say, for that. But I came back another day and was able to get it with the sun at my back, and it turned out much better, which you'll see on the layout. Here's some more. There's the ones that I took out close to the Altamont Aspen tunnels. So we'll probably use that. I don't know if that's a natural lake back there. It's probably a man-made lake, I'm assuming. Here's some more near the Aspen Altamont tunnels. So I may replace some of the backdrops at the Aspen tunnels on the layout. And then this is a third location. Now, from the street view, all you can see is, of course, those storage facilities. But with the drone, I was able to get up over them and then be able to get a good picture of the mountains in the background. All right, so I used the picture that I took, one of the pictures that I took, and had it printed out at Walgreens. And this is the Weber River and then the Tagger Mountain. And a couple things when I first put it up there, I wasn't real happy with it. I wasn't really like the way it met up with the existing mountains, and I also wasn't too happy with the way it ended on this side also. So I decided that I was going to try and do some trimming. So I just kind of looked at this. I thought I would kind of make a trim, and so that the mountains would be lower. I took a picture of the Taggart restaurant that's there, and we'll put that right next to that. So, and I have a bunch of trees now. There you can see it trimmed. I'm going to have a bunch of trees there also, and then I kind of look at doing the same thing on this side. And the trim on this side really, to me, made it look a lot better. Having that blue sky in there makes it look like it's not right up against the existing mountains, but instead it's back in the distance. And so that really made everything look so much better, kind of fit better with the ones on the other side of the mountains. And put the river there also to kind of match up with everything. And you can't, when you're at the layout, you really can't see the river too well, but you can see it through the bridge, and so it definitely does look good. I may paint it to match the river color on the layout, so I might actually paint on the backdrop. Now again, there'll be a bunch of trees there towards the end there to cover the way it ends there, but overall I think this turned out pretty good. All right, back to the big boy. This was, as I said, a lot of fun. This is at Nelson. That coal train, by the way, that's the junction with, I think it's called the Peoria sub, that goes down to Peoria and I think the coal mines down in southern Illinois. And it comes up here and connects to the Geneva sub at Nelson. This was an impressive, big, huge, and loud locomotive and train. But it was very cool. As I said, I went to Sterling first, just got a chance to just snap one quick photo from a distance. There were so many people there. There was a ton of people. I'm going to have that last car eventually from BLI. So anyway, when we left Nelson, there were so many people trying to get back ahead of it. I was planning on seeing it in Franklin Grove also, but it was just taking too long. So we continued on to Rochelle. This is an overpass that I knew about when I lived in Rochelle, so I thought I would be the only one there. There was tons of people there too. And anyway, we got there in time. It had slowed down, and it's now on the siding track. It was heading to the Global 3 yard there in Rochelle. And it's raining, by the way, not snowing. That's what you see those there, but very impressive locomotive. Was glad to see the 4015. I have the 4015. And if you want to see exactly which cars are on the consist, you can go back and pause it at each car, and you can read the car number and the name of each of the cars too. Very, very impressive locomotive. I'm going to see it in Rochelle, although I'm going to do it on the virtual webcam. I'm not going to do it in person. I just figured it's going to be just so many people, I didn't want to even bother with it. I did get a chance to see it. Don't know what that car right there is, by the way. And then, like I said, I have a lot of these cars, not all of them. But definitely cool to see it coming through the Geneva sub. Would have been great to see it out on the Evanston sub. So we'll end with some trains going through the section with new backdrop, and of course, gotta have the big boy go through. This is the BLI big boy with the ESU Lux sound in it. Again, there's gonna be trees on the back to cover that background over there. Pretty cool. I have my 4015 there with it. Had an operating session yesterday. Check out the live ops that I posted yesterday. Everybody really liked the new backdrop. Very impressed with the interstate. Had a great operating session. Ran so efficiently that we were done like 45 minutes early. So we just kept running some more trains. Ran some trains the second time. And just had a blast. I am going to be adding more staging yards. I'm working out how to add staging yards that will connect to the helix and run under Evanston. So that's going to add about 8 more tracks for staging. So give me a chance to have some more trains. Now this is taken on my tripod, and I'm zooming in here. Looks pretty cool, actually. And then I'm gonna, as we come to the mountain, I'm gonna zoom out. This is just using my camera, so it's not the easiest to zoom with. And then here we're zoomed out, so as it comes through the area, crossing the Weber River at the Taggart Tunnels, through truss bridges, and then under the interstate. Have a stack train coming the other direction. This stack train is led by the 1996. That's the Southern Pacific Heritage Unit. Probably one of my favorites. Really kind of a tough looking locomotive. It's got the black on top. Looks pretty cool. All right, this coming week I'm going to tackle the actual Devil's Slide geological formation, see if I can't get that on there properly, and then I'll be done with this area and be able to move on to the Devil's Slide control point and Wholesome Cement. I've been working on this corner of the layout for quite some time. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Stay tuned for more videos along the week, and again, another weekly update. Take care, everyone.